What? What are you doing?
Just doing a tweet.
You don't want me to record yet? Is that what you're saying? You don't want me to start recording yet?
Wait.
Right. What are you moaning about now?
I'm just doing a tweet quick. Mega West Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
Should we...
Well, I can't wait for you to finish your tweet because I'm going to play a spooky horror game any second now. It's really spooky.
Okay.
It's so spooky. It's everyone's favourite.
Okay, I'll do it after. I'll do the tweet after.
No, finish what you're doing.
Okay,
It's all right. Finish what you started. We're not in a rush. It's not like I'm recording.
Are you actually recording?
No, I'm definitely.
You're recording.
No.
You're recording.
No.
Okay, I've done the tweet. Okay, start recording.
Do you want me to start recording?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Guess what?
You've been.
I've been recording. I was recording the whole time.
Jokes on us. That's going to be really boring to listen to. You're going to have to cut that out now.
I ain't cutting nothing out. I'm doing it a single second of editing. Stevie, have you ever seen this really obscure game before? What is on the telly screen?
Let me go. You aren't broadcasting it to me.
I'm not. It says I am.
Oh wait, yeah. Oh, this shit.
Yeah.
Altered Beast.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rubbish.
Everyone's
rubbish game.
Favourite spooky game. It's got werewolves in it. It's got other shit in it.
It's supposed to be a Halloween stream.
Yeah.
And Michael's supposed to be playing spooky games.
Yeah.
And he's picked Altered Beast, which is not only not as really a spooky game, but it's also pretty rubbish.
It's shit. It's really shit.
It's aged terribly. It's a really bad beat 'em up.
Everyone had this game.
Even by old beat 'em up standards, it's really bad.
It's really bad. Everyone had it because the box art was cool, and I convinced myself for a long time that it was good, but it's not. Anyway, let's get going.
Walk forward.
Say the thing.
Forward.
Say the thing. What the wizard says.
Rise from your grave.
He's who is that guy?
I don't know.
He's Gandalf.
Really,
I mean,
there's not really a story to Altered Beast, is there?
Oh, there is. Have you got to the end?
No.
There's a shocking twist. There's a shocking twist at the end.
I have beaten Altered Beast. It's just so rubbish.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done it without cheats.
You walk forward in a line and you punch baddies and that's it. There's
you kick the blue
combos,
ones. Yeah, but look at
difference.
Yeah, but how many muscles I got?
You power up and you get slightly stronger. That's what what it is.
The thing is, what I don't understand is if I get this one here, I turn into a werewolf, right? But if I don't do that, the guy runs away, and then I get to play more level. Now, this is probably the best level in the game, so I usually just play this for a bit longer. If I am playing Altered Beast, I'll just play this bit.
Play it? It's I don't like this game. I really, out of all the games that came out in that period of time, I think this has aged really the worst. Like, I think it's really unfun.
Yeah, and I also thought that maybe the original arcade version might be better. It's not. It's not. This looks better.
Why would you ever play this when you could play Streets of Rage?
Well, even Golden Axe, which...
Golden Axe is really good. I like
Golden Axe is fine. And I'm thinking Golden Axe probably came out before Streets of Rage did. Don't know exactly when Golden Axe came out, but it couldn't have been that far away from this coming out. And this is bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. I don't know why you're playing it.
Because it's spooky.
I mean, is it spooky because it's so bad?
No. It's nice. It gives us something to talk about and all. Look at that! Wow!
Yeah, and then you turn, and then that's all that happens.
Yeah, but you can go like
It's
this.
not really that good.
Look at this.
Yeah, and that's fun for two seconds.
Choo,
You've got a whole
choo.
game left of this, and the only difference is that the forms look different. The different forms. There's no actual like difference between them.
Well, the dragon can fly.
That's
it. That's the only one. That's the only one that's markedly different. The bear is cute. Oh, yeah. You get hit by things real easy as well. You die really easy in this game, and it's like it's not fun.
But it doesn't feel like there's any consequences either, because it's all. I think this is all. It's like it's not that hard, but it's also just quite easy. I think. Like, I don't know.
It gets harder later on in a really cheap kind of way.
It's a really bland game, I think.
Yeah.
Just overall.
I mean,
is this the only game? Please tell me you got other games, and we're not just going to be looking at Altered Beast for
what do you mean?
A couple hours.
Well, how long do you think this game takes to beat? This is a long game. I have to get all the way to the end.
It's only half an hour long.
If I get game over, I'm starting from the very beginning.
No, you're not. Oh god. I mean, there are some like. There are early Sega games that have held up, but there are some that are like really.
Most of them don't. Most of them don't.
There are some good ones. Ristar has
that's
held
not an
up.
early. Ristar is not an early Mega Drive game.
Okay, so like, yeah, Alex Kidd, that hasn't aged well.
And basically, I'm thinking of everything between the launch of the Sega Mega Drive in 1988 and Sonic 1 in 1991. That period of 2 or 3 years, when the Mega Drive was really marketed as an arcade port machine, right? And most of the games were ports of arcade games. A lot of them were just kind of rough.
Yeah, because they just weren't made for that.
They weren't.
System.
Yeah, exactly.
They couldn't emulate them well. Whereas if it was made from scratch for that system, it'd be a lot better.
It was better, but at the same time, I mean, again, the original version of Altered Beast, the arcade version, it's not really that much different than this. It looks better and sounds better, but it don't play any different. It's the same game.
I'm sure.
Look at these muscles,
there's nothing
though.
in the DNA.
Look at these muscles. Oh, so strong. Pants. I got red pants on and a tiny head.
I mean, the game is very homoerotic. That's kind of fun.
Very homoerotic. Yeah. Tell me more.
Oh, you should play that. You should play that game.
What game?
Strange Flesh.
What? Right now, I'm kind of busy.
Yeah, it's more interesting than this game.
Yeah, but it's not spooky.
I know something that's spooky. Do you want to know something that's spooky?
What's that?
It's something that's risen from the grave, something that should never have come back from the grave, but it's being risen from the grave to perform acts against its will. That's right. I'm
Doctor Who.
Silent Doctor Who's always been here. I'm talking about Silent Hill 2. They're bringing that back. They're remaking it.
Here's the cheat. You go right here, everyone, and you just... Oh, I fucked it up. Electric bolt, go. This is how you beat the game. You just do the electric, and then... right, okay. Yeah.
Because you like Silent Hill 2.
I love Silent Hill 2. I don't really understand the reason. Why does... Silent 1... Okay, I got a lot of thoughts on it, but my main thought is... Silent Hill 2 doesn't need remaking, and in fact I think if that game had any more polish and was remade with modern sensibilities, it just wouldn't really work the same.
It's a third-person camera now, Michael.
It's a product of its time, and the thing that a lot of people forget about Silent Hill is
I mean, it's over the shoulder now. They're changing.
Sure.
So it's going to be like, I don't know. I don't like that because I kind of like that the Silent Hill 2, it isn't like the nicest game to play in a way. It sounds weird to say that, but I think it kind of adds to the atmosphere of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a bit janky. James is kind of hard to control.
It's never really a problem, I don't think, though.
Yeah, it's not a problem. It's not like the game ever does anything against your will. It's just that the game isn't a very like fun game. But I like that because it's the subject matter of the game isn't fun. But the ideas and the themes are interesting. And the atmosphere is very good in that game, and I think the plot is very good in that game as well. And yeah, there are some janky things like the voice acting is quite rough, but in many ways that kind of adds to the uncanny atmosphere of Silent Hill in that game. That everyone is not kind of human in a way, they're kind of acting really strange.
I haven't actually watched the trailer, but I saw the render of the picture of James's overly rendered face, and it just kind of... I don't think it needs to be remade. The problem with Silent Hill 2 is it was too hard to play.
Yeah.
The only real, genuine way to play Silent Hill 2 was on the PS2.
Yeah, and because the remake, the Xbox 360 and PS3 remake was butchered, and they butchered very simple things like the art direction. Like, taking away the fog, I think, is ridiculous and completely gets rid of the artistic intent of the game.
And now it's going to be stuck on the PS5, which, you know, kind of takes
me... It's going to come to PC as well.
Sure, but I just think that a game that is so important to so many people and is such a milestone in horror gaming, a landmark title, should have been more of a fucking chicken thing. Sorry, that chicken thing really fucked me up. Should have been more available to play. But Konami just wouldn't do anything about it.
They could do it now. They could remake it now, but they won't.
It doesn't need a remake.
They just remaster. They just remaster it. Just port it.
Just port it.
Just make it so. Yeah.
Just port it. It just needs a regular fucking ass port. You know, it's. No one who made that game is going to be working on the remake. It's Bloober Team. They're American, right?
Bloober Team.
They're Western. They're Western.
They did they did the Blair Witch game, which I actually quite like.
I don't know anything about.
I quite like the Blair Witch game. However, they also did two very poorly received games. They did Layers of Fear, which was an episodic game, but it got very bad reviews. And they did The Medium, which people are concerned about because that's a problematic game because the plot is kind of very victim blamey when it comes to people with mental health issues.
Stevie,
in that game,
I'm a big teddy bear. Is that homoerotic also?
Yeah, the bear community.
Yeah, why not? It's homoerotic. Why? Of course it is. Big teddy bear.
No, but so yeah, I'm not interested in the Silent. I might probably end up playing it in the end just to see.
I don't want to give Konami any money. I don't like Konami. After all this time, they've come out.
I can get it pre-owned. They come out with like 5 different Silent Hill games at once.
Exactly. It's very suspicious.
There's Silent Hill. There's Silent. There's like one I'm interested in, which is Silent Hill F, which is the one that's set in 1960s Japan.
Any of these, is it really Silent Hill at this point, though?
I think that's a really interesting concept for a game, though.
I know, but
I think the art they showed for Silent Hill F, it's called, and they've got a guy who does visual novels, acclaimed visual novels, and they've given him the story for it, so it probably end up being quite good, that one. So I'm more interested in them doing something if they are gonna, I didn't want them to dig up Silent Hill anyway. But if they're gonna do it, I would rather them do something new like Silent Hill F, than something like Silent Hill 2 remake. But it kind of seems like they've done, oh, we'll do it all at the same time.
Sure.
Like, these announcements should be spread out between like 5 years or something like that.
My feeling is that there's plenty of small teams who are carrying the torch, right? There's plenty of horror games that still come out, and a lot of them are very good. But they don't have the brand recognition, basically, at this point, that Silent Hill does, right? So isn't our money better spent on teams of developers that are trying new things rather than... I know Konami aren't developing any of these games because Konami don't develop games. They don't know how to do that. They only know how to make pachinko machines. Hold on. Let me cheat my way back to where I was. Here we go.
Michael. Mike Matei would be very cross with you.
Would he?
Yeah, he doesn't like people who use save states.
Doesn't he? I didn't use a save state. It's a cheat that's in the game. If you hold it...
Maybe then. Maybe. Anyway, they're also doing another Silent Hill movie, Return to Silent Hill, which is going to be based off Silent Hill 2.
Right. Oh, that's even worse.
So there's going to be a Silent Hill 2 remake and a Silent Hill 2 movie.
Okay. Do you think that Konami are just cashing in on everyone's love of Silent Hill 2?
Absolutely.
Is it possible that maybe that's what's happening here?
Absolutely. Oh, they're also doing another one, Silent Hill Townfall, it's called, which is a bit of a silly name.
What? Okay, here's my question, right? What does it mean to be a Silent Hill game at this point? Is it the development team, Team Silent? Is it the town? What is it that makes a game a Silent Hill game? Because there's been a whole bunch of bad Silent Hill games, right? I haven't played them. I've only played good Silent Hill games, but I know that there's bad ones.
Yeah. Well, also, I will say, yes, it was a Western studio, but Western studios have done good Silent Hill games. Silent Hill Shattered Memories is very good.
Yeah.
That's a Western game.
It's true, and it felt like Silent Hill. It's true.
Yeah, and it's a game that does something different as well. It's a remake. It's kind of... that's a good comparison to the Silent Hill 2 remake, because the Silent Hill Shattered Memories is a remake, but it's a drastic remake that uses the fact that it's a remake to do something really interesting with the plot once you get to the end of the game. So there's actually a point to that game being a remake, because the plot of the game is not actually the same as Silent Hill 1's, the PS1 game. It just kind of uses the foundation of it. Yeah, and it's good because of that. It does something unexpected with it, that's good. But I don't know if the Silent Hill... I think this Silent Hill 2 remake is just going to be a rip-off of the Resident Evil 2 remake with the Silent Hill.
That's what I think.
It's going to play the same as the Resident Evil 2 remake. It'll just look like Silent Hill.
I mean, I'm really apathetic towards the world of video games anyway, at the moment. There's two things that really get on my nerves, is remaking things. Things don't necessarily need to always be remade. Sometimes the original version is just fine and has value. The other thing is this kind of obsession with what I call branding. You know, Silent Hill is pretty much a brand at this point in a lot of people's minds. They want Silent Hill, but they don't really know what that means anymore.
I would have really been interested in it if they would have said, "Oh, we've gotten Kojima back to do Silent Hills,"
Yeah.
because that's an artist who has a vision for something he wants to do with Silent Hill.
Sure, I don't think Kojima is the right kind of person to do Silent Hill, but yeah, I know what you
I'd
mean.
be interested in a Kojima Silent Hill game. Can you imagine what the plot of that game
Exactly,
would be?
I know, it'd be ridiculous.
I know, which is why I'd want to know what it would be. What his idea of a Silent Hill game is.
So what my feeling is that it doesn't matter that it's just because it's called Silent Hill, it doesn't really guarantee anything. It doesn't make the game any better or worse than any other horror game of its type that's coming out that isn't called Silent Hill. But people get very excited. I always think back to when Shenmue 3 was announced, right? And you've got videos of people on streams and video game journalists just going crazy because Shenmue's back. Shenmue, it's Shenmue, like it means something. Mighty Number 9. It's another example. They're bad examples.
Mighty Number 9 wasn't a brand. That was the person behind it.
Sure, okay.
Mighty Number 9 was the reverse of this situation.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. Bad example, but yeah, Shenmue and other things like that, where people associate a name with something, like they would a brand, right? Now, Konami and Silent Hill at this point, it doesn't mean anything to me anymore. It doesn't mean anything to me. Would you honestly recommend that I spend my time and money buying any of these Silent Hill games over going back and playing something like, I don't know, something else like Fatal Frame or what else do you like? Condemned?
I mean,
you know, all this wealth of video games.
I mean, if that Silent Hill F is good, then yeah, I'd recommend it.
Yeah, but most people aren't going to wait, are they? They're just going to buy. They just buy. Buy all the shit. Buy all the shit. I hate the world. And everyone in it.
No, that's how it works. You wouldn't hate the world so much if you watched Doctor Who.
More like Doctor Pooh. I saw your scathing review on Twitter of something.
I liked it.
I didn't even know what it was that you were talking about, but it sounded awful. Doctor Who, the 1000th episode of Doctor Who.
No, it was the BBC's 100th anniversary.
Of Doctor Pooh?
And so no, not of Doctor Who, the BBC in general. It was their 100th anniversary. So they did a special Doctor Who episode, and at the end of it, Jodie Whittaker regenerated into David Tennant.
What?
David Tennant's back.
What? Really?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh God!
It's so he's gonna take over it before the actual next one comes back. But not comes back before that, because it's supposed to be Nukti Gawa is the actual next Doctor, but before him they're doing a special of a couple special Doctor Who's with David Tennant back. So Jodie Whittaker regenerated back into David Tennant.
Is that what happens with Time Lords now?
No, well,
it just makes it makes it a bit. It makes it harder to suspend your disbelief, really. Wait, hold on, I'm going to pause the game. Hold on, where's Emma's face?
Before that,
hold on.
Before that, Doctor Who was very realistic. Oh, are you going to tell her that she regenerated into David Tennant?
Right. So you know the lady Doctor Who? I know we don't watch it, but you used to like Doctor Who. She's regenerated, right? Do you know who she's regenerated into? Guess.
I don't know, I don't follow it.
She's regenerated into David Tennant. Right, yeah.
What was that reaction?
There was a lot of different things happened over a very short period of time. There's confusion, disgust, like a lot of stuff going on there. How do you feel, Stevie? Because I know you're the last person on planet Earth to watch Doctor Who.
I love Doctor. Okay, I love the monsters more.
Okay.
I don't like it. I think it's a blatant nostalgia bait. I'm gonna have to see what the specials are like. Maybe Russell T Davies will do something good with it. Probably he is a good writer. So I'll put my trust into that. But I'll tell you what, if this doesn't end up having some sort of weird twist to it, and it is just she's regenerated into David Tennant again, like I'm hoping that it's some sort of like villain's plan somehow, that they've somehow done this, and maybe it'll be a comment on nostalgia and not moving on or something like that. I'm hoping it's something like that rather than it just being exactly what it seems on the surface. It could go either way.
Yeah, well, what you...
At the moment, it does seem like blatant nostalgia bait. I would have rather her just regenerated into Nuktigawa.
Why didn't that happen?
Racism.
What?
Racism, I
Right.
think. Because it would have been the first Black Doctor Who.
Sure. But it's still going to happen.
It's still going to happen.
But why didn't it happen?
It's going to happen because they wanted to do David Tennant one more time, but just a couple more of David Tennant before.
Right.
Oh, and Catherine Tate's coming back as well.
Oh, God. Everyone's favourite. Oh, you lucky duck. Aren't you lucky?
Oh, it gave me an idea. I'm gonna give you a present when I when I meet you again. If you invite me back,
Oh,
I've got a
well.
present for you.
Is it Doctor Who related? Is it a
No,
Catherine
it's
Tate
Jim.
action figure?
Do you want to know what it is?
I'm not sure.
It's Am I Bothered? The complete scripts of the Catherine Tate
Oh
show.
my... What, a book?
A book, yeah.
No, why? Why did...
On the front of it, it's got Catherine Tate with a big Am I Bothered?
Uh-huh. Why do you have this?
I got it years and years and years and years ago.
Did someone get it? Did somebody give it to you?
Yeah, I think for Christmas. So I just dug it out the other day.
You thought, I'll give Michael this fucking shit. He'll like it.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna give it to you. Like the time I tried to give you a copy of New Flow by Big Brothers, but you
Yeah, I
didn't
remember
even
that.
take it.
No.
Why didn't you take that?
I don't know. I can't remember. Look, I finished the game, everyone.
That was the same weekend we did the Bat Out of Hell cover.
Oh my god, I think that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, you beat that rubbish game.
Yeah, but you got to see what the shock and twist is. Coordinate no nukes. Right.
Why do some of the programmer names always sound so like?
Oh, I forgot I can punch these. Yeah, actually, the reason behind that is because for a long time in Japan, it was considered. Most people were embarrassed to be video game developers.
Really?
Oh, did I skip the
Oh,
ending?
and that's why they all have nicknames.
Yeah, it was.
think-
They didn't want to bring shame onto their family or something like that.
What was the shocking twist, by the way?
Oh, I must have skipped it. It turns out it was all a movie. Like it was a movie set.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Can I stop playing this now? Stevie,
Yeah, I didn't
Stevie,
want you
I
to
don't.
play it.
I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah, play.
I don't
play,
wanna-
play a good spooky game.
I don't want to play.
Condemned.
I don't want to play this anymore. Hey, well, I was going to ask about Condemned because. Oh, excuse me.
Pardon you.
Yeah, I know that was big old burp, wasn't it? Big old burp. They're obviously on the PlayStation and Xbox shops. There's Halloween sales, and one of the sale games on the Xbox is a backwards compatible version of Condemned. And I remember you saying a long time ago that it was like worth playing. Is it? I don't really know anything about it, but it's like £2.50, and I thought, maybe.
Oh, it's worth it for £2.50, yeah, for sure. I mean, it is dated, but it is very interesting. The combat is very interesting for the time. It's a very gritty game. I like it. I think it's quite good. It is quite, as I said, it's a very. I think it was a launch game in America.
I'm
So it is
trying.
very-
not to buy games unless I'm actually going to play them, you know, because I've got so many games to play. But
it's definitely worth £2.50.
do you think I would like it?
I mean, you're getting into horror games.
I am, but I'm also... Oh, fuck, I hate this game. You ever played this, Dragon's Fury? It's awesome. It's
You're not streaming it. I can't see it.
You can't see it? Hold on. Got better change that. What's going on here? Why didn't you say something sooner? You're not even watching, are you?
I didn't know that you were playing anything. I am watching. I didn't know that you were playing anything.
It's the best pinball game ever made.
There we go.
I love this game, but it's so...
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's good. The soundtrack's awesome.
Dead.
Pinball of the Dead? I don't know what that is. Is it on the Mega Drive?
You haven't played...
You could die so easily on this
GBA.
pinball game. You die so easily. That's my main problem with it. Did you know that you can actually beat this game? Like, you can actually complete this game.
Can you really?
Yeah. If you beat
I know you can beat Sonic Spinball.
Yeah, I've never done it. It's really hard, Sonic Spinball. The last couple of levels. There's only 4 levels.
I hate Sonic Spinball. I can't even get past the first level of Sonic Spinball.
I
don't like the controls of that game.
I got... Some years ago, I got really annoyed with the fact that I'd never beaten Sonic Spinball, despite having it for so many years. And I was determined to beat it. Absolutely determined to beat it. And I got to the point where I could do the first couple of... There's 4 levels. The first 2 levels I could do without dying. But the last 2, they're so long. They take ages to do because they're so big and convoluted. And then the very last level, there's just too many opportunities to die. It's really, really hard. So I've never actually seen the end. I got no idea what happens at the end of Sonic Spinball. One of these days I'm just going to use a Game Genie and... You know, even with infinite balls, like I think I might not be able to do it, just because you lose progress when you die, because you have to do a certain amount of different tasks and stuff at each level. So yeah, really interesting develment of Sonic Spinball. I don't think that
Sonic Spinball's a very good game either.
It was made incredibly fast. It was made really, really fast by the American arm of Sonic. Sonic's Sega. They made it really, really fast, and there's made it so fast and got it shipped so quickly that on the title screen of really, really early copies of it, it has the Sonic 1 jingle music, which was actually copyrighted by a pop band in Japan, which they had to remove. This little tidbit. You can look that up. Maybe you're lucky enough to have a super rare version of the game. Look, I didn't even make it on the leaderboard. That's lame. Should I try again?
Yeah.
I'll try again.
A new spooky pinball game.
So I'm trying not to buy so many games because I have so many games to play. So many games that I've never played that I have on my shelf or on hard drives or things like that. And to be honest, I'm spending a lot of time going back and pirating old games like Silent Hill 2 and like Fatal Frame, which I'm still playing. I'm still playing Fatal Frame. I'm still trying. It's rough. It's rough. I've had to have
Fatal Frame 2 is usually the fan favourite.
Which is your favourite?
I would have to play them again to say, but Fatal Frame 2 probably. Fatal Frame 2.
I can imagine a sequel fixing a lot of the issues with the original. There's so much I like about Fatal Frame, the first one, but actually playing it gameplay-wise is kind of rough. Especially, I'm getting quite a lot further, I assume, into the game, and the ghosts that you fight are just really aggressive and really strong. And like the controls for moving the camera around, the actual photography camera that you have to attack the ghosts is really quite clunky. So I'm at the point where basically every time I fight a ghost, I'm probably going to die at least once and then have to do it all again, which is kind of annoying. But I really like the how Japanese it is. I like that it's based on like Japanese folklore. I like that it's in this old Japanese mansion. everything about it is very Japanese. I love that there's individual ghosts. You know, each ghost is very specifically different. I like that they turn up almost randomly, it seems. I like how you really feel like you're being stalked and haunted through this place. But yeah, the actual gameplay of it's kind of crap. It's kind of shit. But
yeah, I agree.
so I think if you have played your Resident Evils and you've played your Silent Hills and you want something of that kind of feel, then go to Fatal
the new
Frame.
one, the part Fatal Frame 4 and 5 are finally coming to the West.
Hey, any
So that'll
good?
be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up playing a lot more of
Well,
Silent
I haven't
Hill
played them
than I
'cause
thought I
they've only been in
would.
Japan until recently, but
So I'm having a real
yeah,
horror
exactly.
horror
So
kick.
maybe you'd like it.
Yeah. Well,
Mm.
Emma started playing Silent Hill 2 finally. She's been meaning to do it for a long time. Well, ever
What
since
does she think of it?
she's only just started it really. She doesn't
You'd
get
have to
scared.
get her to play. You'd have to get. Well, I don't really think that it is a scary game, but I think a lot of the game is just really sad.
Yeah, it is. But I scare easily, and it was like one of the first horror games I ever played. Remember, and I was convinced that something really scary, some jump scare was going to happen. So actually, I spent a really long time. You know, the very first bit where you're walking towards Silent Hill through the park area.
Yeah.
It took me like half an hour to get through that. I just crept through it really slowly because I was really scared. I thought it was really ominous. I mean, it is ominous.
Oh, I mean, loads of bit are ominous. What about the bit? One of my favourite bits is the staircase that just goes on for what seems forever.
There's Emma's in the apartment building, and I think the apartment building was probably the scariest part of it, just because of the sound design. In a lot of it, there's just a lot of organic kind of sounds, breathing sounds. It just feels like the whole building is alive. It's just very, very creepy, very creepy. But yeah, in retrospect, of course, once you've gotten through the whole game, it's very, very melancholy. And you know, I ended up thinking about the game for quite a long time after I beat it, and finding new meaning in everything in the game. So a real treat, one of the best games I've played, really.
I mean, same with Shattered Memories. I thought about Shattered Memories for a while after I played that.
Yeah, I can't remember which I played first, if it was that or Silent Hill 2.
Shattered Memories was after, because I
No, I
recommended
know.
it after.
Oh, I see, right, yeah. So, yeah, and then I played all the Silent... Well, not all of them. I played 5 Silent Hill games, and they've all been good in their own ways. Some better than others. But they're all got something about them that makes them worth playing, I felt. And now it's all happening again.
But you didn't play... did you play Homecoming, Silent Hill Homecoming?
No.
Yeah, or Silent Hill Downpour.
Shattered Memories was the only... Shattered Memories is the only non-numbered Silent Hill game I've played.
Yeah.
Apart from Silent Hill 2 Pachinko, baby!
Oh yeah, we love that one. Yeah, boy.
I haven't actually played it. It's, you know what's the most bizarre thing about that is it's specifically Silent Hill 2 Pachinko.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is weird because the game has like themes of sexual violence in it.
And yeah, but it's not just a general Silent Hill. It's Silent Hill 2 Pachinko. Yeah. It's just so bizarre.
Because that's the best one.
Yeah, I know, but is your random Japanese grandma who's playing Pachinko gonna know that? Who's playing Silent Hill 2 Pachinko?
Yeah. Why is it then? I don't know. I think it's very popular. Also, the stream just ended.
No, it didn't. I'm still here. Don't you worry. It's not. It's still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. It hasn't gone anywhere. So this is the Halloween.
Well, I can't see it.
Yeah, that's because you got to open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
My eyes are open.
You will see.
They are open.
You're gonna see the stream
Okay, what street?
in your
Okay.
eyes.
Oh no, it said it just ended.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Don't be silly. Oh, it keeps doing it. It's really annoying. Hold on. Now what's Discord doing? I'm in the Discord. Guys, listen. Discord's broken. Stevie finally broke Discord. Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm so thirsty. I'm so tired. It's hard for me to talk while playing games at the same time, guys. Let me tell you. I've got so many thoughts about this Silent Hill 2 remake, and I feel like I'm just waffling about blah blah blah, you know? Listen to this. Aliens. Did you hear that, everyone? Don't worry, I'm going to get Stevie back on working on it. You just look at this. Aliens. Look, here's a demo. It's the other arcade game based on Aliens. There's a few of them, but everyone talks about Alien versus Predator, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that there's this one in all. And you know what? It's alright. It's okay. It's fine. It's an arcade game, which means it's generally kind of unfair. And now let's see what we got here then. What cheeky little monkeys we got.
There you are.
Yeah, here I am, you prick. I got you. I was telling everyone in the stream. I was telling everyone in the stream how wonderful you are.
There is no one in the stream.
Yeah, but we're pretending on
thank
YouTube.
you.
I was telling them that Stevie's really
Okay.
nice.
Does that mean Emma? Is Emma watching us in the stream?
Oh, I did it again. I keep doing the same thing over. I keep clicking the wrong button on the emulator. What I was saying is that I find it really hard to talk and play at the same time. And in fact, I've got quite a lot of thoughts about Silent Hill 2. But I was worried that actually what I said was a bit of a garbled mess. I look at video games as like a whole big collective thing. What are you going to say? What are you going to say?
I couldn't hear any of that. Your mic was just going in and out. I couldn't hear any of just what you said.
Oh my
Silent Hill 2.
God. Okay, you're listening. Listen up, guys. I was saying that I find it hard to play games and talk at the same time, right? And I was concerned that my thoughts on the Silent Hill 2 remake came across quite incoherently. But maybe I'm just like overthinking things. Aliens and what was I going to say? Yeah, I just
Silent Hill 2.
I don't know. Like I play a lot of games, and I've got to the point where I'm not really that picky about what era of time they're from. Like I'm quite happily playing PS2 games, Mega Drive games, old arcade games. I do have a limit. Once you get to like Atari levels of primitive video games, I kind of don't have much of an interest in that. But so this idea of a remake of Silent Hill 2, it means nothing to me because I can play Silent Hill 2 whenever I want just fine on a PS2. But most people don't have that luxury. So that's perhaps why it's different to me. But this might very well be a lot of people's first time with the game, this remake. And, let's see what happens. Anyway, this game is called Aliens. I did promise Stevie earlier in the day, listeners, that I would play Alien 3 on the Super Nintendo. However, the emulator I'm playing with, Final Burn Neo, doesn't have SNES emulation on it.
I thought there was an Alien 3 for. I thought there was an Alien 3 for NES. No, or...
There is, but I don't want to play that one. I wanted to play the SNES one, so I'm going to play Aliens instead, the arcade game by Konami. And interestingly, must have come out around the same time as the Simpsons arcade game, also by Konami. So there's a bit of a link between this episode and the last one, this stream and the last one. This game is imperfect, but I do find it quite interesting how they took a lot of liberties, especially with the designs of all the aliens in it. Because they had to, right? They had to. The problem with The Simpsons, I felt, was that they were just kind of making stuff up, but not in a way. They weren't really drawing from The Simpsons much. This is kind of the opposite, where they didn't really have much to draw from in terms of the actual aliens. So they had to just make a lot of things up. Anyway, I'm going to start playing. It's going to take me a whole load of credits to do this, guys, because this game's really not that fair after the first couple of levels. Right, here we go.
Well, I mean, there's the one alien design and the alien queen that you get from Alien and Aliens, so...
True. Yeah, you got your face huggers and chest bursters and eggs and stuff, but they needed a bit more than that, so... We get to play as Ripley, whose hair is blonde. Don't ask me why. We've got 2 buttons. Shoot and shoot. One's shoot on the floor and one's shoot standing up. And this raises the first problem. As you can see, I can walk up and down and left and right. Streets of Rage style. But if an enemy comes from above me, walks down on top of me, I've got no way to punch them off because they're not in my line of fire. That's one of the main issues I have with this game. I like the way it looks. I like how the aliens make the alien sound when they die and they go, "Wah!" I like that. And it's all like acid blood all over the place. But it gets really brutally difficult later in a way that I don't find very fun. So it's Halloween, Stevie. Do you have any Halloween traditions? You're a big horror guy, so I can imagine you might be doing something.
Might go to the cinema, see
Yeah.
a spooky film, yeah. Might go see The Shining on a date.
Well, The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, to be precise, is showing at a local cinema, the cinema in town.
You should watch that, it's good.
I've seen it before, and I watched it only a couple of weeks ago, actually. If I'd
see it on a bigger screen.
If I'd known, I might have gone. I don't know. I don't like seeing films. I don't like seeing the same film multiple times in a short period of time. I get bored. I can't watch the same film like once every couple of weeks. You know, I really need to space it out, even if it's a film I like.
You couldn't do what I did at a party once, which was watch White Chicks twice in a row.
Right. I've never seen that film.
Have you not seen White Chicks?
No, I haven't.
Do you know what it's about?
It's about white chicks. It's Whiteface, isn't it?
No, it's Whiteface. It's not about white chicks.
No.
Is
it good?
The Wayans brothers. I've watched it twice in a row. It's crap, but I kind of liked it. It's kind of fun.
Come on!
If you don't like it, then you're racist. So.
I didn't know that.
Racist?
Am I racist? Well, I guess I got to watch White Chicks and find out.
Yeah. That's the only way you're finding out. Anyway, so what else do you like about this game?
I like.
This looks a little bit like Contra.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, this Contra. I mean, Contra is Alien, isn't it? Contra's an Aliens game already.
Yeah, essentially.
And I do wonder, did the first Contra come out before this? Did Konami get the license to make an Aliens game based on what they'd done with Contra? I don't know. It's interesting.
Let me look that up, actually. I'll look that up right now for you. Okay, this is 1990.
Yeah, this is 1990. I don't know if the original Contra was a bit before that.
I think so. Contra is like 80s, isn't it?
Probably. Possibly.
Yeah, 1987. So it could be that they saw that what they did with Contra and they got them to make Aliens.
There is an amazing amount of aliens imagery in so many Japanese games. Even like shooters like R-Type. If you look up the arcade poster for R-Type, it's basically just got an orange xenomorph on it, on the front of it.
Yeah, I mean it's the HR Giga art that they liked including, you know. That's a good horror movie, Alien.
Alien, yeah. You're gonna have to do.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I have. You know I have. Although it was you. You were the one who specifically introduced me to the funny crab aliens cutscene. The cutscene from the original Alien with the funny crab walk. That was you. You gave me that.
Yeah, I love the crab walk's fun. I have to watch that now. That's funny.
You know, imagine if that was in.
What we're talking about. If that was in, that would be how
that would be
aliens
canon.
walk now. Yeah.
That'd be canon. I'd be playing this game right now, and they'd be all on. Is he on his all fours, but on his back? Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's doing like a little crab walk. Yeah, I'm watching it right now. If anyone wants to know, basically, there's a cut scene from the original Alien where the alien does a walk like a crab, and it looks really stupid. I'm watching it now.
I mean, it didn't necessarily need to look stupid, because that's kind of a creepy thing, isn't it? Something that walks like that, but it doesn't work in that particular shot.
I think it's the thing. It's too bright, and the costume. Yeah. The costume only works if it's like shrouded in darkness, or otherwise it just looks like a man in a costume.
Sure.
So when it's like walking like a crab, it just looks like a man walking in a crab. It's like, have you ever seen the deleted scenes from Alien 3 when they were using an actual dog in an alien suit? Because it's like in the final like released version of Alien 3, it's like models and
it's rotoscoping
special
and stuff
effects
like
and
that.
Rotoscoping. Yeah, but they tried doing it with an actual dog in an alien costume, and it just looked really cute.
I don't know if I've seen that. I mean, I've seen the assembly cut with the. Wait.
It's a deleted scene.
In the original Alien 3, does the chest burster come out of a dog or out of a cow? I can't remember which is the original one and which is.
In the cinema version, it's a dog. In the assembly cut, it's a cow.
It's a cow, yeah.
Because the cow is closer to the original. Well, original, they were like... It's an Alien 3 had a very troubled history production-wise. The making of documentary that came with the box set, that's on YouTube, is really fascinating to watch.
Yeah.
If you want to watch about like how it came to be, and like there were tons of different versions of Alien 3. There was a version of it where it was supposed to take place on Earth. That's why the original teaser to Alien 3 says that it's going to take place on Earth, and then of course it didn't.
And that's one of the reasons I wanted to play Alien 3 on the Super Nintendo. Don't worry, listeners, I'm going to sort this whole thing out, but I just didn't have time, and I thought I'll just play this instead. But yeah, I mean, I used to have the Aliens box set on DVD. I've got rid of it since then, because I didn't really watch most of the films on it. But out of all of the special feature discs, the Alien 3 one is the one I watched the most of, because Alien 3 is just a bit of a mystery, really, because it has no proper director's cut or anything like that. Who's it? David Fincher who directed it. He's washed his hands of it. He doesn't want anything to do with it, and it has this reputation of being a really bad film that is kind of unwarranted, because Alien 3's alright. I think
there are some good things in both versions of it. Ironically, in the cinematic and the assembly cut, I think they're both quite interesting. It is a messy movie. It's definitely like not a perfect movie, but it's
a lot of effort went into it, though. It's not like Alien Resurrection, which is a bit of a.
Alien Resurrection is interesting in its own ways.
I don't know. I keep thinking of going to watch it again, which I haven't done in a really long time, because I used to like it, and then I watched it again.
It's like the weird clone stuff I like the clone Ripley stuff. I think is quite interesting in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But Alien 3, I've always said Alien 3 would be better if it didn't have an alien in it. I think the best parts of Alien 3 is the fact that you've got Ripley, or this strong female character who finds themselves on this male penal colony in space and has to like survive there and deal with that. And I think all of that's really interesting. The alien thing, meh. It's the weaker parts when the alien actually turns up, and then the whole Weyland-Yutani stuff at the end. It's not that interesting.
I mean, I think the final sacrifice is well done.
Yeah. So yeah, and there's even a version of Alien 3 written by William Gibson, who's one of my favourite authors, which I haven't really read into. I should do. So it's Alien 3, interesting. It's worth watching. I think if you're into sci-fi, if you're into sci-fi, you've probably already seen Alien 3. Now, Steve, are you one of these crazy people that have gone on to watch not only Alien Resurrection, but Prometheus and all of the other bullshit that Ripley Scott's been involved in?
I've seen all the Alien movies. I've seen Alien versus Predator.
Oh yeah, I saw those. But,
what do you think of Alien versus Predator?
Oh, it was all right when I was like 15, but now it's just a load of shit, isn't it? It is, isn't it?
It's not even like Freddy versus Jason, where it's like fun.
No, that's it. It's not fun. And
because at least Freddy versus Jason is like really violent and embraces that fact, but like Alien versus Predator is like a 12, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty tame.
Yeah, like the fact that they went a bit tame with it. A
bit tame. So
they went really tame with it.
Which ones was Ridley Scott involved in? Prometheus, and then another one after that, was
Prometheus, yeah, and then Alien
Covenant.
Oh, what was it called? Alien Covenant, yeah.
And it's interesting to me because you could argue that Ridley Scott should have never really come back to it ever, and shouldn't have really touched it. Yet he did.
Have you seen Prometheus?
No, I never bothered. It's
an interesting movie. It has interesting ideas, and the bits that aren't trying to make it like Alien are interesting.
So like Alien, similar to Alien 3.
Yeah, like the idea that the alien was made by what is essentially our god, and that the alien was made by God because God hates us and wants to like wipe us out. Like, I think that's a really interesting idea. Like your creator hates you and makes an organism to wipe you all out. I think that's something that's interesting.
I suppose, but that takes away from.
But they have to shove the alien stuff in there, and I don't think he really got to do his full idea. And then Alien Covenant is really like at the end of Prometheus. Do you mind if I give you spoilers for Prometheus?
I don't give a shit.
Okay, so at the end of Prometheus, the woman gets a spaceship and she says, I'm gonna the main character gets in the spaceship and says, I'm gonna get in this spaceship and I'm gonna go to the planet of the space jockey, kind of thing from the original Alien, and I'm gonna find out why they wanted to kill us so bad.
Yeah.
And I like the idea for a sequel setup, she's going to go to the home planet of the creators of the Alien. Maybe there won't even be a xenomorph in it. It'll be these completely new creatures, the space jockeys that are gods apparently. But note, the next one, they wanted more alien stuff in it. The next one is just scientists go to a planet and then alien shenanigans happen. It's just aliens again.
So Ridley Scott was better off leaving the thing alone, which also kind of reminds me of what happened with Terminator, right? With James Cameron, who directed Aliens, went back to complete his vision of Terminator and just made a really shitty, convoluted, crappy film and ruined the whole thing for everybody and retconned a load of stuff as well. I don't know, man. The thing about Alien is this idea that, like, space is so vast and so unknown that there's some really horrible stuff out there that we can't...
Wait, do you not like Terminator 2?
I'm not talking about Terminator 2. I'm talking about whatever the most recent one was.
Oh, I see. James Cameron didn't come back for that, though.
I thought he did. I thought that was him taking back control.
I don't know if he did. I don't know if he did.
One of them. There's a whole bunch of Terminator sequels, and one of them.
I haven't watched any of those like really recent Terminator films.
I'm pretty sure the last one was him. I might be wrong. I don't really care. That's the thing. But Alien, you know, in space, there's all sorts of crazy, dark, messed up stuff, and it's that kind of mystery that is a real horror, right? It's a real scary thought. And they find this alien spacecraft, and they find these eggs, and there are no answers, and it keeps you guessing, and you don't know what's going on, and we're just stumbling into something that we can't comprehend. But for Prometheus to say, no, actually, it was all about humans all along. We're the most important thing in the universe. Anything that ever happens is all to do with us. I started to find that boring.
Yeah,
I guess. Boring. The idea of stumbling onto some horrible accident and thinking that we know best and it going terribly wrong, I like that. I like it when humans get their comeuppance in their arrogance, which is definitely more of an Aliens thing, more than Alien itself.
Or like the movie Transference with Johnny Depp.
Oh my god.
Did you remember that?
Yes. How could I ever forget? I mean, I don't really remember it, truly, because it's such a mess. But
you never did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. It just blew my mind. I've never seen anything so stupid. I mean, that's not true, but anything with that level of production value and that much money thrown into it and that many like actors, well-known actors.
Johnny Depp became Computer Jesus, and then he made like Computer Rain.
Yeah, it just doesn't stop. It just keeps going to the point where, like, near the end, the final thing is they have to get a computer virus into the Johnny Depp thing, right? His mainframe or whatever. So without any explanation whatsoever, I don't think the people involved in making this film understood computers at all, or AI or anything, because they inject a computer virus into a person. They have a syringe, and in the syringe is the computer virus, and they inject it into a person so that they, just through their very being, can make the virus go into Johnny Depp. And it's not, there's no explanation. They just have a syringe, and in the syringe is the computer virus. And it goes into a person, into their bloodstream. It's insane. And that's just the one thing. And that happens near the end. And that's really where I just I think I fell into a coma at that point. And that's why I don't remember much of what happened.
Yeah, that's like if you want to see a really bizarre, like, movie.
It's comical. It is funny.
Watch Transference. That's a funny bad movie.
It is kind of long. It does feel a bit long though.
But the thing, what's so funny about it is that it takes itself so seriously.
Yeah.
It's this really big message for humanity in it, but it's really, really childish.
I've never seen anything like it. So that's Stevie's Halloween recommendation.
No, it's Transference, a science fiction film with Johnny Depp. No, well, he's spooky.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp. Jonathan Depp. Do you know what else is spooky? Our bloody government right now.
Yep, Halloween episode. Go. Go on, talk about Rishi Sunak.
Well, it's all a bit farcical, innit?
It's all very, very farcical and very frustrating, and I usually keep abreast of the news. and I really don't care anymore. I've had enough of the news. I'm so tired
Who's
of
going to
it.
be the next Prime Minister? Bloody Barry Chuckle.
At least it wasn't Boris Johnson again, but he did
I
come
know,
back.
That would have been bizarre.
It would have been embarrassing. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just. Like, it's fucking up people's lives. It's fucking up my life. It's fucking up our lives. All this tomfoolery, all this disregard for just mucking around with people's futures and people's lives and people's finances. They're so detached from reality. They spent so long in that stupid House of Commons that they don't really understand what their job is and what the ramifications of what they do is anymore. That's what I think. I think they just turn up for work and they just don't really understand. I mean, most Tories don't understand what is like to be the average Englishman, British person rather. I'm so tired of it. Just like make it so that people don't need to go to food banks. I mean, for fuck's sake, the basics. Can we just work on the basics here? Anyway.
If you want another good, bad movie,
nice. You brought up politics, and then look at that flawless segue.
I know. Because I'm trying to think of spooky things now, and then you went all serious, and I felt bad. No, politics. Yes, I don't know what to think at the moment. It feels almost like it was completely undemocratic because no one in the country actually gets a vote of who is prime minister.
True.
Our last two prime ministers were not decided by the British public. It was by Tory voters who might not even live in the UK, you know?
And really don't seem to understand anything. They're making bad choices, I tell you.
Yeah.
Liz Truss, she's going to lower taxes. Ooh, lower taxes, that sounds good. I don't really understand what that means, but I'm going to vote for it.
Well, she removed all her policies immediately, you know.
Wasn't immediate enough though, was it? Like, it took a couple of days.
Yeah.
And the economy tanked.
Thing. Yeah, she fucked with our economy.
Thanks.
I think she might just have a humiliation fetish.
Do you reckon?
Maybe.
So here's some cool electric aliens. Look at them go. Yeah. They're so fast.
Do you know about her book, Out of the Blue?
Whose book?
She was supposed to have a book about her a biography come out about her at Christmas. It was called Out of the Blue, how Liz Truss went from blah 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 to number 10.
Right. I guess they're going to have to rewrite that now, are they?
Yeah, or just not bring it out in the end. You know, there some shops that might have it. They might have already printed copies.
You should get a copy, man.
Oh, that'd be amazing, yeah. But to be honest, the Labour, Keir Starmer, he's not my favourite guy either, you know. He's like, he just says whatever I think that gets him ahead. What do you think of him, Keir Starmer?
Now, this electric alien here is really angry. He's gone all red. That's how you can tell that he's in final form.
No, you're being a dickhead to me.
Halloween episode.
If we're doing Halloween stuff, can I recommend a spooky, fun, bad movie for
Well,
Halloween?
last time you did that, it was Transcendence.
No,
and the White
Transference.
Chicks.
And White Chicks, no, but this one for serious. It's called Wish Upon.
I've seen Wish Upon. That's also crazy. Another crazy film made by people that don't understand what a movie is or how things work in real life. That's another crazy film. How people talk.
I like the bit.
Oh god, I spelled water everywhere. Hold on, I'm just pausing the game.
I like the bit in which.
You can keep talking.
Okay, I don't know if you could hear me. I was going to say, I like the bit in Wish Upon where they talk about alternate universes, and the guy says, in an alternate universe, you didn't fart.
Mm-hmm.
got various good lines. It's
A lot of the
really-
lines you can guess before they happen. I ended up doing that quite a few times. It's so cliche. Yeah, Wish Upon's fun.
Yeah.
All right, Stevie, serious question though.
It also gets the idea of the monkey's paw completely wrong, because the idea is that your wish is supposed to go bad, but in Wish Upon it's just that the box randomly kills people.
Here's a good question, right? So you've got a PhD in motion pictures, right?
I have a master's in
Yeah.
film theory.
Well, I'm going to give you a PhD right now, actually, because you know,
okay,
for
thank you.
good behaviour, and everyone wants to know top five. Gotta watch these films before you die. Horror films. They don't have to be like.
Or horror films.
I mean, horror is very, very wide genre. It doesn't necessarily have to be Friday the 13th 1, Friday the 13th 2, Friday the 13th 3, etc. Because I know that those are your favourites, but you don't have to do those.
Top 5 horror films. Okay, so I would say
Scary Movie, Scary Movie 2.
Movie 2, Scary Movie 3, Scary Movie 4, and Date Movie.
Right.
No.
What about Meet the Spartans?
Oh God, Meet the Spartans.
I've never seen any of
Okay.
these things. I've never seen any of them.
Right, my top 5, I would say. Could I do top 10?
No.
Why? Why can't I do top 10?
Because it's a challenge.
Okay.
Films to watch before you die.
Okay, I would say The Shining at number 1. I would say.
Number 1, okay. They don't have to be, in order of goodness. Just your fave 5. Your fave 5.
Okay, The Shining.
Right.
The original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
The Blair Witch Project.
I am waiting for you to say The Lawnmower Man.
Or The Lawnmower Man 2.
I've never seen it.
Beyond Cyberspace.
Never seen it.
Never seen it?
No, I've never seen
God,
it.
yeah, you should see it.
It's on your fave 5.
It's not on my fave 5. Got so many in my fave 5.
You can only have 5. Antichrist. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
No, you haven't.
I have.
What happens in it?
A lot of terrible things. I watched it at university. My friend wanted to watch it, and me and a bunch of us watched it, and Emma was there.
Have you actually seen Antichrist?
Oh, yeah. Emma's seen it. Hey, Emma! Emma,
Yeah.
come over here for a sec. Come over here.
Ow.
Do you remember the film Antichrist?
Yes.
Yep. See, Emma's got a notoriously bad.
it.
Emma, give your quick elevator review of Antichrist and why people should or maybe shouldn't watch it. Oof. Remember, this is a family-friendly show,
Genital mutilation.
right? Yeah.
That's the reason why you shouldn't watch it.
That's why you shouldn't watch it. Are there any reasons why you should watch it?
It's got Willem Dafoe in it.
William Dafoe. Remember that?
I
Remember that
think
scene
it-
in the beginning, Emma, when they're in the
it's very
shower,
good.
and you can see it. It's all happening. Boom, boom,
Yeah, that's
boom,
No, I don't.
boom. You don't remember that? I remember that.
That, right.
Boom, boom in the shower, getting right up there.
yeah. There's a bit of sex in
Just
the
a bit.
movie.
Emma, can I have a drink of water, please?
Cheeky git.
Yeah, I've seen Antichrist. I saw Antichrist. Some of the people I was watching it with had to leave the room at some
I
point.
think it's good. I think it's a very good atmospheric movie.
Oh, it is very good, but it's the real deal.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
It's the real.
It is a
It's the
horror-
real. It's a horror film. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's gonna get in your brain kind of horror film. It's getting deep into your skull.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice. William Dafoe.
Maybe
William.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I ain't seen
5.
that. I ain't seen that.
That's another one that'll get in your brain. That's one that is a fun fact about that. When it came out, it was banned, and they asked what they could remove from it to not be banned, and the BBFC, the ratings board, said that they couldn't remove anything because there wasn't any specific violence in the movie. It was just the atmosphere of the movie was so tense and terrifying.
Oh, really? I always thought Texas Chainsaw Massacre was kind of one of those exploitation kind of slasher films.
It's actually not. It's more of a... The first one is a...
Because there are a lot of sequels, aren't there? Maybe that's where I'm getting confused.
Well, that's the case of a lot of slasher movies. Is the first one is good, and it's the sequels that give it the bad reputation. Same with Nightmare on Elm Street. The sequels became more silly. The first one is very, very serious. Well, not very, very serious, but more than the later sequels would become. But yeah, the first Nightmare on Elm Street is more like an atmospheric piece, a lot like Antichrist. It's about the horror of the 60s, the outfall of the hippie period.
You're comparing Nightmare on Elm Street to Antichrist. You're aware of that, right?
No. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I see. They're basically the same film.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is not really that violent. It doesn't have...
Did you see the alien? She went through the thing.
I did. That's scary. That scared me and pooed myself.
You did a little poopy.
I did.
And you will as well if you watch Stevie's fave 5 films, which is The Shining and some other shit.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's very good. You should watch it.
Antichrist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Shining. What were the other two?
The Blair Witch Project.
And Freddy Krueger.
And A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Really?
I want to recommend so much more. I want to recommend Child's Play.
I watched a film a while ago. Emma, what's the name of that film with Patrick Stewart in that we watched?
Green Room.
Green Room. Man, that made me...
The one where he's the leader of the white supremacists.
Yeah, that
is a good film.
It's really good, but it's like incredible. I don't think I've ever seen a film that's so intense before in terms of just making me feel really tense. It's so tense. Later on, it's less tense, but when they're trapped, you really feel that sense of like, fuck, they can't get out of this. There's no supernatural element to it. It's just these kids basically are trapped in a building with a load of fucking neo-Nazis, and it's just really, really oof. So that's what I'm kind of thinking of.
I'm going to recommend this horror movie to you to watch.
To me.
Halloween. Yes, watch Kill List. I think that's a very, very tense movie.
Kill List? What is that now?
It's a horror movie by Ben Wheatley.
Sounds horrible, but in a good way.
It's very good. Very shocking. Your mouth will be on the floor at the end of it.
Yuck. Is it scary, though? Is it going to go, boo? Scared you?
No, it's not the one type that goes boo. It's the type that's very unnerving and stressful. It's like Green Room. You'll be very stressed out.
Okay, I like being stressed out. I don't like things that go boo. Do I want to play more games? Maybe I should just look at pictures of the monsters on stream.
Draw a picture of the monsters.
Oh, that's a nice idea. All right, everyone, bear with me.
I've got an idea. I'm not going to look at your screen, but stream yourself drawing a picture of Herman Munster.
Okay.
Or a picture. I've got an idea. Let's do a picture, and we'll compare them at the end. And the picture will be a picture of us as the monsters, and you can pick any monster you want to be us.
Okay, hold on. I need to add the Microsoft Paint thing. So I need to do window capture. There it is. And I want to do MS Paint. I'm just adding this. And I want MS Paint. Yep.
I love the monsters.
I know you love the monsters. I'm going to get rid of the emulator.
Which monster do you love the most?
Which of the monsters do I love the most?
Yeah.
Hold on, this is it's too big. Hold on. I'm just resizing my window so I can fit it in and everyone can see what it is that I'm doing on the stream. There we go. Can I make that a bit bigger? Big enough, right, fine. Herman Munster, he says. Right, sorry, okay, right, what were you talking about? Stevie Grant.
The movie kill list.
Oh yeah, so okay, right, here's a different question. You're going to go on a desert island. You ever like desert island discs, but it's horror movies. You can only take 5 horror movies with you. Is the list going to be different?
This is the exact 5 question you just asked me.
No, but is it different because it's only you. You're not recommending them to anyone else. It's the 5 films you're going to be stuck with potentially for the rest of your life. But they have to be horror films. The Monsters doesn't count.
That's a tricky one. I'd probably keep The Shining. I'd probably have Halloween, the original Nightmare on Elm Street, maybe The Evil Dead 2.
Okay.
And Scream as well.
Yeah. Scream. Not Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Oh yeah, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, of course.
Yeah.
You should watch that movie. It's good.
I watched a film today.
What movie did you watch?
I watched a Clive Barker film.
Oh, Clive Barker's
film.
Hellraiser.
They're okay. No, it wasn't Hellraiser. It was Lord of Illusions, which is okay.
Oh, was there an illusion in it?
It was about magic.
No.
It's okay.
Clive Barker's Hellraiser is pretty good.
Oh, is it? It's actually pretty good, is it?
It has very little to do with the original. It actually it's a completely new plot. It's not the original story of Hellraiser at all, but it's pretty good. It's a good film.
Has it got anything to do with Hellraiser?
Well, I mean, it's got the Cenobites in, it's got the mythology and the lore and stuff like that, It's basically a new Hellraiser movie.
Oh, okay.
It's just not a remake.
I mean, I've only seen the first 3 anyway.
I would recommend it. It's a good watch, the new one.
Yeah.
The new Pinhead is really good.
Cool. Does it still have the box and all that? Is it still about forbidden knowledge and forbidden pleasure and, man getting too close to the sun, I suppose. Not really. That's not really what it's about at all. But
yeah, it surprisingly gets really weird as well. I was surprised by how weird it got, and especially the ending. It gets very, very strange. It has a lot of imagery from Hellraiser 2 in it, actually.
Oh, I like Hellraiser 2.
Yeah, it has the giant Leviathan in it.
Ah, the big diamondy thing. I like that.
Yeah, the big diamondy thing. I like its representation of, I think, the devil or Satan as a giant crystal, basically, that you can't comprehend.
Yeah, it's incomprehensible evil. You know, why would it make sense to us?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, maybe I will check it out. Is that your Halloween recommendation?
One of mine. No, I really liked Halloween Ends. That's another movie I liked.
Yeah?
That everyone disliked recently, but I think they're wrong.
There's a lot of Halloween films. Again, I
There
thought it
are.
was like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where it was just trash. But is it not trash?
No, the first Halloween movie and the third Halloween movie. You've watched the third.
I've
Halloween
only watched the
movie,
third one. That's the only one I've ever watched.
which is the one that has nothing to do with the other ones.
Yeah.
The rest of the series is nothing like that. But you liked Halloween 3 though. So.
Yeah. I liked it. In retrospect, I think I liked it more. There's a lot of boring parts to it. But the ideas of it, I think we talked about this last week, but this all the Stonehenge stuff is great. It's just great.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid. I love it. I like the old geezer.
The scene where the kid's head turns into bugs is really good.
It's good. It's good. It's
The
so
ending
stupid.
is really good.
Yeah, it's all pretty good.
The satire of advertising and corporatism is quite good.
Yeah, the really catchy little song in it that I don't remember.
Happy Halloween.
yeah.
Halloween,
That's it.
Halloween. Silver Shamrock.
Yep.
Good little film.
Good little
People
film.
didn't like it. Yeah, you should watch the first Halloween. You should watch it on Halloween.
Should I though? What's it even about? I don't even really understand anymore. I can't. In my head, I can't tell the difference between Freddy and Jason. Well, I know the difference between Freddy Krueger's his own thing, but they all sort of mix together in my head. All these slasher dudes.
Watch it and you'll find
You
out.
know, all these
Watch
guys.
it.
They're just in these multiplayer video games now, aren't they?
I know, but that's
Dead
the
by Daylight. I don't
exploitation.
even know what Dead by Daylight is, but I know all the kids play it, and it's like, ooh, fucking, this guy's in it, and this guy's in it, and I'm like, oh, they're from shit films, aren't they? Those are shit films. Halloween films are shit films, aren't they?
No, the first Halloween's good.
How many Halloween films are there?
Like 10.
God, really?
Yeah, but that's reboots, and then there was the Rob Zombie Halloweens. He did 2 of them, and
Okay,
Yeah.
right. I've done you in the Monsters.
I've done you in the Monsters, and now I'm gonna do me in the Monsters.
Oh, so I have to do myself as well. Right.
Yeah, who have you done as? Actually, let's not reveal who we've done as who, because I've done you as someone, and I'm going to do. Who am I going to do myself as?
I don't really... What colour are these characters? I only ever seen them in black and white.
You can look at a picture of the Rob Zombie ones. And
Nah, I'm
see.
just going to make it up in my own head.
Grandpa Munster is like bluish. Herman
blue.
Munster's green. Herman Munster's green. Lily Munster's like white face, like a white chick.
Uh-huh. Do you like horror things that aren't movies?
Yes, I do. I like horror video games.
Mm-hmm.
I like horror books. I like. Have you ever heard of the book House of Leaves?
House of Leaves? Well, it's funny you should say that. It's on our bookshelf right now. Emma borrowed it from the library. She wanted to read it ages ago and then forgot about it and then borrowed it again. And then if Emma says it's good, I'm going to read it.
I've got halfway through it. It's a very big tome of book.
Yeah, it's massive.
It does some interesting things for a book. It plays with the format. So that's interesting. I like a lot of horror manga. I like Junji Ito.
Mm-hmm.
Uzumaki is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever read any of those?
Mm-mm.
No.
No. No. No.
No.
No, I haven't. No. Nah, not me. No. Nope. Anything else you want to talk about?
Do you want to recommend any horror movies?
Oh, Spooky horror films like Signs. That's scary. That's got aliens in it. Ooh.
That's not scary. Signs is scary when you're
I used to have
two.
nightmares. I used to have nightmares about
You used to have
Signs.
nightmares about signs.
Yeah. I used to be
God,
really,
yeah.
really scared and worried about aliens in general.
What do you mean you used to be worried about aliens, that they'd come down?
Yeah. Remember, I grew up in the 90s, which was just like full-on UFO sightings, Area 51, X-Files is on TV, Independence Day. Everything was aliens.
You saw one episode of the X-Files and you thought it was real.
Man, I didn't even need to watch the X-Files. The theme tune was scary enough.
Oh no, the intro of it was really spooky.
My parents used to watch it, and I used to go to bed early. I used to voluntarily go to bed early so I wouldn't even have to be in the same room as the X-Files. That's how much it freaked me out. And I used to cover my ears so I couldn't accidentally hear the theme tune from downstairs while I was in bed. This is true. This is all true.
Oh, you little win! Oh.
Scary!
Although I used to do the same when I was a bit younger with the Goosebumps theme tune.
Wait, you would go to bed early at 4:30 in the afternoon?
No. I do remember though one time for my birthday I got a Goosebumps on tape. And I decided to they did my cake in another room and decided to put the tape on so I could watch it and distract me while they prepare the cake.
Yeah.
When the intro started and I was scared of the intro, so I ran to the kitchen to get away from the Goosebumps intro, but they thought I was running in to try and get to look at my cakes. They went, no, you can't come in yet. And I went, no. And then I was stuck there with the Goosebumps theme and the intro playing.
That's terrifying.
Spooky, I know. It's like if you were trapped with the bloody
The X-Files theme too.
The X-Files theme, yeah, you'd hate it.
Yeah, I would. Well, I don't know. It's become a bit of a meme now. I'm not really scared of the X-Files anymore, to be honest with you. I've kind of gotten over it. Kind of gotten over it.
I mean, you're an adult now.
I am. Apparently so, yeah. So are you.
You're 28, aren't you?
I'm 20. Yeah. Yep, definitely 28. Why are you laughing, Emma?
You're 45, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I feel like it sometimes.
You old grandpa.
I'm not a big horror man, so my recommendations of horror-y stuff are kind of been led by you, really, especially video game-wise. I mean, I really enjoyed watching Ring, the Japanese Ring film. I really enjoyed that. I really like Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2, but those kind of verge on the fantasy. They're kind of like horror fantasy almost. I like them because of the just far out crazy depictions of hell and demons and stuff. Emma knows me. Emma, do I like horror? What horror films do I like?
Ones that have a more psychological.
Ones that have more of a psychological. Yeah, like I don't know, fucking
I've got one.
Apocalypse Now is like a horror film to me.
I'd like to recommend.
What's that? Toy Story 2? What did you say, Emma?
Is it the same as with horror games? You don't want.
Oh yeah.
Why did you say Toy Story?
I thought
2?
Emma said Toy Story 2.
Yeah, that's a horror movie. No, I've got. Also, if you want another horror movie, the anime movie Perfect Blue is very good.
Yeah, I like Perfect Blue. Perfect Blue is good. Is that a horror film? See, I don't even know anymore.
I would call it a horror film.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
I would also. What Oh yeah, in terms of series, Midnight Mass on Netflix is a 7-part mini series, which is fantastic, and I would recommend.
Fantastic.
As well as the same writer did 2 other series called The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Blythe Manor, which
Sounds
are very good as
scary.
well. I know, but they're very good. So yeah, you should watch them if you have Netflix.
I like Star Trek.
I like Doctor Who.
I like. Still watching Stargate. I like Stargate, and I'm still watching Inspector Morse. Yeah.
I like the Monsters.
Oh, you love the Monsters.
I love the Monsters.
Do you know?
I've done my picture.
You know, I saw a. An arcade machine the other day. The you know that four player Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's okay. It's all right. But I saw it and it had a sticker on it. Do you know what the sticker said?
What?
It said "Pac is back."
Oh, the Pac is back, isn't he?
He's back. He is. I think he's back, and he's here to stay.
The Pac is back. Whoa. I fucking forgot the lyrics.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Is that it?
What, to the Pac is back?
Yeah. Is that the Pac-Man theme tune?
No.
Rolling.
Anyways, I'm gonna send you the picture I've done.
I'm not finished. I'm
gonna send you mine now.
I'm not finished.
Just so you can look at it.
I'm not finished.
Yeah, but just so you can
I'm
look
not finished.
at it. Just so you can look at it.
I'm not finished.
You can look at. You can show me yours. Do you want me to show you yours when you've got yours done?
I'm not done yet. I can't remember what Grandpa Monster looks like. Alright, he's just going to wear these colours now. I've made up my mind. What colours is neck going to be? Blue. Hold on. Yeah, you do. I know. You love. I'm going to draw some really quick shoes here, really fast. It's the Halloween episode. Do you like Halloween? Do you like buying shit? Do you like buying Halloween shit and putting it up in your house? Spooky.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Oh, hold on. This is supposed to be a picture of me. I'm just drawing monsters. Hold on. I've got to make it look like me.
At least give it your moustache.
My beard. My hair's different than it used to be. I got long hair now.
Have you got long hair now?
Oh, Stevie.
I'm getting a bit
sleepy.
tall.
You sleepy baby.
I need to put my nightcap on.
Right.
I'm going to Fort Park tomorrow.
Going to Fort Park? Oh, you better get a good night's sleep then.
No, yeah.
Fort Park.
Do you go on rides?
No, too scary.
Why not?
I just said they're too scary. You weren't listening, were you? You don't listen to me. No one listens to me.
I do listen to
No,
you.
you don't.
You're just a bit of a wimp is the thing.
Not a wimp. That's not very nice, actually. That's not a very nice thing to say. Let me make this bigger.
Well, you shouldn't be such a wimp then.
Alright, let's make the picture bigger so the audience at home can see maximum picture. Can I just go... I don't want it to be so small. A bit more. I just want it to zoom out a little bit. Anyway, right. How are we sharing these pictures, you bozo?
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, and then I gotta show it on the stream. So what am I gonna call this masterpiece? I'm gonna call it Monsters with Stevie, and then you can put it on Twitter if you want. It's me and you, but with the monsters.
Yeah.
Oh! This has been a great Halloween episode.
Yeah.
It's been so good.
Hasn't it? Did you see the picture of me and you as the monsters?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Hold on. I'm going to send you my picture of me and you as the monsters. Right, let's upload. Wait. Am I on the right thing? I'm not on the right thing, am I? Wait. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Hold on. Oh, I will see it shortly, won't I? Do you think this is exciting for people to listen to? Do you think people are going to enjoy this? Do you think that people are going to like this? Stevie's gone. He loves the monsters, everyone. It's loading a lot of things. I'm here.
You always ask that, maybe.
There we go.
I'm here.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Are you here?
I like it. I'm going to download this picture. I'm going to put it on the stream so people can see. Save the image. Save the image as the monsters. Where's the monsters?
Monsters Mania.
You got it?
The Monsters Mania. You're going to put it as Monsters Mania.
There we go, everyone. There's the monsters picture that Stevie did. Isn't it nice? It's very nice. Very nice picture.
Yeah. What about... Show me the one.
I did. I have sent it to you. I'm talking to you like a child now.
Can't see it.
Well, I sent it to you.
Can't see
hold on. I didn't send it to you.
Where?
I've sent it to you now.
Oh, you drew. Oh, who's who?
Well, you got the fez on.
I'm Herman.
I like how we
Yay.
both decided that you were Herman Munster.
Yeah.
But
I know, yeah.
those aren't trouser legs; those are stilts. Because you're so short and you're a child. You
I'm
are.
not sure.
Yeah, you have to wear stilts.
Shorter than me. The other one is shorter than me and walking.
That's because I'm very old.
Yeah, you are. Did you like my picture of you as Lily Monster?
It's okay. Yeah, I look beautiful.
You do. You look nice with that.
I like your
dress on.
moustache.
Yeah, that's true. That.
I tried to make you look a bit kawaii, just a bit,
Oh, thank you.
just like in real life.
Thank you very much. So, thank you. Have you got any Halloween tips to lead us out on this episode?
Tips? What, like makeup tips?
Any tips and tricks? Yeah.
Tips and
we'll
tricks.
start doing a makeup. We'll do a makeup tutorial.
Yep.
Yeah, get Emma in here. We'll start doing a makeup tutorial now. We'll start doing that.
Yeah. You got any closing comments for this extra special Halloween episode? It's very spooky. Ooh.
Ooh.
Watch the Monsters is probably...
Watch the Monsters. Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah.
Right, I'm going to
You'll
stop.
have a good time when you watch the Monsters.
I'm going to stop recording shortly. I'm going to stop recording in 10 seconds. I'm going to count quietly, and you can
Just
say...
spooky good time.
say everything that you need to say in 10 seconds, starting from now. 10, 9,
The
8,
Monsters, we all
7,
love them. So
6,
give a monster
5,
a treat today.
4, 3,
Happy Halloween,
2,
you pricks.
1. You got some more time.
Monsters.